the long title of the bill. It says, an act to establish the Office of the Special Prosecutor as a specialized agency to investigate specific areas of corruption involving public officers and politically exposed persons. Who are politically exposed persons? If you want us to subject election processes and officials engage, even political parties say so, but when you say politically exposed persons, I have a difficulty. But Mr. Chairman, even what is more important, in the performance of their functions as well as persons in the private sector, we've roped in persons from the private sector implicated in the commission of corruption. And when you bring in the private sector, there's always an ambit, a platform to commit corruption. Nowhere in this bill is the other twin evil, bribery, mentioned. Yet they go together. One reinforces the other. And therefore, nepotism, favoritism, bribery reinforces corruption. But what is even more important in the long title for our purposes is when you say, prosecute these offenses on the authority of the Attorney General. Which Attorney General? Where then is the independence that you promised? We will say that the appointing authority, the President shall appoint the special prosecutor or a special counsel, as it is in other jurisdictions, with the prior approval of Parliament. And probably even further recommend with 2/3 majority, so that the person is a strong personality who is subject not just to executive nomination, but prior approval of Parliament. We also must strongly recommend that an addition to the remit of the Office of the Special Prosecutor must be recommendations of Parliament based on the Public Accounts Committee report, so that the leakages, misappropriation, embezzlement also can directly be punished by the special prosecutor. Parliament is guided as to how the Constitution can be amended, whether entrenched or non-entrenched. And therefore, we will be mindful of procedural issues and to appreciate whether or not there is not an attempt in this bill to amend Article 88(3) of the Constitution. That will oblige and compel us to invoke the exclusive jurisdiction of the Supreme Court to see whether the bill as passed by Parliament is consistent with the architecture of the 1992 Constitution, and whether or not we should not be inviting them to appreciate that Article 88 remains part of the executive provisions of the Constitution, which is entrenched. And therefore, the Constitution provides elaborate provisions as to how it can be amended.